Love is in the air and at the movies. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 movie couples of 2018.
2018 has been an absolute roller coaster of a year.
Are you out of your mind?
Click the link below to find our best and worst of 2018 videos for a look back at all the awesome and crazy things that happened.
For this list, we're taking a look at cinematic couples from 2018 that shared the most honest, humorous, and romantic relationships. Since we'll be discussing the fates of these relationships, a spoiler alert is in order.
You two look obscenely happy.
She has turned my frown upside down.
Number 10. Max and Annie Davis, Game Night.
All the dum-dums that have kids, right? And think about how much better our kid is going to be than their kids. It's going to beat their kids at everything.
It's taking you this long to see that our baby is gonna crush every other baby.
That's right.
Actors Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams go together like snakes and ladders in this comedy. When two competitive people cross paths, the result is usually a double-edged sword. Max and Annie are perfectly in sync from the moment they meet, however, bonding over their mutual love of games.
We could trap Linda in the middle.
Starve out our armies. Hey,
You can't form alliances.
worked for Hitler, right?
You're high-fiving Hitler?
The two even play Dance Dance Revolution at their wedding. Although they seem unstoppable as a pair, Max and Annie face several challenges throughout Game Night. Some of their trials are relatable, like struggling to conceive. Others are more of the screwball variety, like haplessly getting mixed up in a kidnapping plot. Even when their lives are on the line, though, they make for a winning team.
No, don't you start doing that. No, you're gonna make...
Number 9. Ron Stallworth and Patrice Dumas, BlacKkKlansman. The US was largely divided in the 1970s, and even today it can sometimes seem like little has changed. Ron Stallworth was the Colorado Springs Police Department's first African-American detective, which puts him in a compromising position when he falls for Patrice.
Show enough.
That's what I'm talking about. Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right, sister.
Right on, right on.
The Black Student Union's president, Patrice has encountered her fair share of racist cops, including one who sexually assaulted her. Upon discovering that Ron is with the police, Patrice feels betrayed and isn't sure if she can date a quote-unquote pig.
No one else can know while it's an active investigation.
Active investigation, and pray tell, how do you know that?
Are you a pig?
Nonetheless, Ron manages to use his position to protect her from the KKK. When they work together, the two form an iron fist that punches prejudice square in the jaw. Number 8. Neil and Janet Armstrong, First Man. This biopic depicts Neil Armstrong as the humble, stoic figure who has trouble letting others in. After his young daughter dies from a brain tumor, Neil can only bring himself to cry in solitude. Although he hasn't gone to the moon yet, you can already sense the distance growing between Neil and his wife Janet, who's usually left alone to take care of their remaining children. When a potentially fatal mission approaches, however, Janet refuses to let Neil go without giving his family a proper goodbye.
This isn't just another trip, Neil. You're not just going to work.
Do you think you're coming back?
While their relationship isn't perfect, Ryan Gosling and Claire Foy paint a believable portrait of a real-life married couple dealing with grief, unresolved conflict, and a brave new world.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Be an adventure.
Number 7. Simon Spier&Abraham Bram Greenfeld, Love, Simon. The world has become a lot more accepting of the LGBTQ+ community, but coming out can still be difficult for young people, even when their family and friends are generally open-minded. Closeted teen Simon isn't able to talk to anyone until a fellow gay student opens up online under the pseudonym of Blue.
One minute I'm on top of the world, and the next I'm at rock bottom. Over and over, all day long, because a lot of my life is great, but nobody knows I'm gay.
While neither knows who the other is, there's an immediate connection between these two, as they discuss their common interests and insecurities. This creates a compelling mystery romance that culminates in Simon learning his secret pen pal was classmate Bram.
Can I sit there? I was kind of waiting for somebody. Yeah, I know.
When they're finally able to share a kiss on a Ferris wheel, it's as satisfying as it is uplifting.
Are you disappointed that it's me?
No.
Number 6. Bob and Helen Parr, aka Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, Incredibles 2.
No, I'm doing this. I need to do this. You know where my suit and ties are?
Burned up when the jet destroyed our house.
The Parrs are one of the few couples on this list that we actually get to watch evolve over the course of 2 movies.
As long as we both shall live, no matter what happens.
Hey, come on. We're superheroes. What could happen?
In the first film, the retired superheroes try settling into a traditional life, with Bob taking an office job and Helen becoming a stay-at-home mom. With Super staging a comeback in the sequel, though, the roles are reversed. Elastigirl becomes the face of the costumed community, going up against a villain named Screenslaver. Mr. Incredible, meanwhile, accepts the equally daunting task of looking after their 3 children.
But what about you? We have kids.
I'll watch the kids, no problem. Easy.
Easy, huh? You're adorable. Well, if there is a problem, I'll drop this thing and come right back.
They may have superpowers, but the dynamic this couple shares feels surprisingly relatable in a world where family structures are evolving. Number 5. T'Challa and Nakia, Black Panther. Although they've broken up at the beginning of the film, it's clear that there's still a spark between T'Challa and Nakia.
Can't blame me, I almost died.
Inheriting the crown of Wakanda after his father's sudden death, T'Challa still isn't sure what kind of ruler he wants to be. Nakia, on the other hand, is ready to fight for what she believes in.
I've seen too many in need just to turn a blind eye. I can't be happy here knowing that there's people out there who have nothing.
Through her wisdom and bravery, T'Challa is able to see the bigger picture, realizing that he's not only in a position to help Wakanda, but the rest of the world as well.
Thank you. You saved me.
Between these two and Ant-Man and the Wasp, the MCU is full of power couples that no villain can tear apart. Except for maybe Thanos. Number 4. Evelyn and Lee Abbott, A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is obviously a very personal film for stars John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, not only because they're married in real life, but because they also became parents a few years ago. This adds another layer of authenticity to their performances as Lee and Evelyn respectively, who must endure every parent's worst nightmare. Determined to protect their family as noise-sensitive aliens invade Earth, Lee and Evelyn rarely speak throughout A Quiet Place. Yet their facial expressions alone are enough to tell us everything we need to know. They're fiercely dedicated partners who will do anything to keep their children safe. Even if it means making the ultimate sacrifice, love speaks louder than words. Number 3. Lara Jean and Peter, To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Okay, 2 more rules. You have to watch 16 Candles with me because it's a classic.
Netflix has become the go-to activity for date night, and the streaming service gave us a few charming romantic comedies in 2018. While Harper and Charlie's relationship in Set It Up was certainly cute, this film has left a greater cultural impact. Lana Condor shines as Lara Jean, an awkward high school girl who loses track of several letters she wrote to former crushes. To avoid an uncomfortable confrontation, Lara Jean enters a phony relationship with the hunky Peter.
So, how exactly do you know my sister again?
Well, I guess I'm her boyfriend.
As they get to know each other, though, genuine feelings begin to surface. While their courtship touches upon a few familiar teen movie beats, the relationship sets itself apart with wit, warmth, and diverse casting.
If he gets you something that you like, then that means...
You must really like yogurt?
Number 2. Rachel Chu and Nick Young, Crazy Rich Asians.
We've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend.
To All the Boys I've Loved Before wasn't 2018's only mainstream film that shined the spotlight on performers of Asian descent. Crazy Rich Asians was the first Hollywood picture with a mostly Asian American cast in 25 years, and at its heart was an immensely likable romance.
Hubba hubba.
How can I resist?
Ooga ooga.
Rachel is an intelligent modern woman who built a life for herself despite coming from little. While boyfriend Nick can see the value in her, Rachel has a harder time convincing his family, who turn out to be as wealthy as they are judgmental. Through brains and determination, Rachel shows the Youngs that she's anything but a gold digger, while Nick demonstrates just how much Rachel's worth to him.
But wherever you are in the world, that's where I belong.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You fixed it?
As always.
You really do love me.
Come on.
Come here. Gross. Oh, Ronit.
Esty. When I saw you, me too.
I'm not like Halliday. I'm taking the leap.
Number 1. Jackson and Allie Maine, A Star is Born. No film released in 2018 better defined romance than this remake of a timeless love story. Jackson Maine is an alcoholic country singer who finds a star and a kindred spirit in a nightclub performer named Allie.
Well, because, like, almost every single person that I've come in contact with in the music industry has told me that my nose is too big and that I won't make it.
Your nose is beautiful.
With Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga in the lead roles, it's as if we're seeing this classic romance unfold for the first time. The charisma, sincerity, and honesty Cooper and Gaga bring to their roles makes for what might be the best version of A Star is Born.
Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore?
Is that me?
That's you.
We're swept away by their beautiful relationship from the moment we hear them perform Shallow, and our hearts break when Allie closes out the film with I'll Never Love Again. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.